Hello friends, welcome once again to the tutorial series of the Pixlpal firmware. In the next set of tutorials, we'll be discussing about the building blocks and APIs which you need to build real Pixlpal apps. Uh, Various building blocks include drawing of shapes or images to the Pixlpal device, the use of the input output features such as the USB port, the buzzer, or the rotary encoder. For this particular video, we'll start off with drawing shapes to the Pixlpal display. We already have an example which implements that. There will be no point typing the content of the example once again. Rather, we'll just dive into the example and explain how the program runs. We have among our example apps here, the draw shape example, which is contained in its own folder. I'll click the C++ file, which have the app implementation. And as you can see, it follows the app layout, which we've discussed in previous tutorial videos. So starting off, we have the app initialization APIs. We've discussed these already. Now, where the program uh, starts off, that makes it unique, is this point. Now, we have APIs or functions when called within app bodies goes ahead to print on the Pixlpal display. You don't need any objects. You can just call the functions directly at any point within your app. The very first, if you wish to clear the entire screen of the app, you use this API function, MTP panel clear screen. It draws black, or it turns off all the pixel within the Pixlpal display, making the display appear black all through. So that's the means to clear. Now we have equally another function. If you wish to fill the entire pixel or display with a particular color, MTB fill, the panel fill screen, of which you specify the color you wish. So this could be white. Now, speaking about colors, we have a large number of different colors available for use. To access the colors available, you can just select any color, right click, and go to definition. Now the colors are within their own specified header files, and you can see all the colors we have. At the bottom, we have about 1,200 colors. These are all 16-bit defined colors and categorized based on their tint or color. Let me just scroll up. You can see all these are different variants of brown color. We have different variants of blue, different variants of black, variants of light blue. So you select whichever color. Once you indicate the color, let me move once. Say for instance, a variant of yellow. I can just copy the color macro here and paste wherever I need. This API will cause the entire screen to be filled with this particular color. I'll take that out. Now, you may wish to draw just a single pixel. Now, just to demonstrate this, I would go ahead and launch this draw shape app. First, let us copy the app to make sure it's being seen from main, and then we launch the app over here within the main function. Yeah, go ahead and flash. Okay, we have an error. Declaration status bar example draw shape. Okay, this is a full screen. Okay, we can go ahead and flash again. Now, this app is the app currently on display is the world clock app, which is a completed app. When the program restarts, it will relaunch the example draw shapes app. That should take about some few seconds from now. Now, since we'll be demonstrating examples, we'll try to make the videos as short as possible. At your free time, you can simply just go through the examples and watch how they are implemented using the various APIs. Now, upon initialization, the example draw app should execute. And within the app, we drill 3 different shapes: a circle, a round rect, and a filled triangle with different colors. Equally notice the single pixel here. I'll try to bring price closer. So this single pixel, which is white in color, is this statement over here: draw a single pixel. So how the API is implemented is that you specify the coordinates, that's with respect to the width and the height of the screen. You specify the coordinates where you want the pixel to be drawn. So currently, this coordinate is 21 pixels to the right. Now, if this is 0 and this is 0, what it indicates is the top left of your screen, the very top left pixel, which should be around this location. If you can see my mouse on the Pixlpal display. So moving back, we have 2136, where this is the X and this is the Y. If I hover around the pixel, you would, yes, rather the API, you would see the API function definition, X and Y axis. So this is 21. Since we are starting with 0, this should be about 22 pixels to the right and 36 or 37 pixels to the bottom, starting from the top. Now that is the position for our pixel, and we want the color white. This is why we have a pixel drawn here. So you may want to draw your own depending on whatever your application requirement is to draw individual pixels. I'll take this back so you can see the complete screen. For drawing circle, similarly with the pixel, you specify the coordinates of the center of the circle. Now notice the center of the circle remains the same coordinate as the pixel we drew. This is why you have the circle encircling the pixel. The coordinates are the same. The third parameter is the radius of the circle, and finally the color of the circle. The radius is 19 pixels from the center, and if you execute, you can observe if you have the Pixlpal device. Now you have a filled triangle, and the triangle API is quite similar. If you've worked with drawing graphics, these APIs are similar to other graphics drawing APIs for other projects. The various coordinates are the 3 points of your triangle. This is the first, second, third. So the order with which you specify them don't matter. However, they have to be unique. So the first two specifies the first point, the second two, the next point, and finally, the third point of your circles. I will just hover over the API so you can see the API definition. Finally, the color you need. We have other examples to draw vertical or horizontal line. We drew about we use 4 different APIs, which you can see drawn on the screen. And finally, draw a round rect, and you want it to be pink in color. The rest is the same convention or app layout. You enter your loop, and finally you exit the loop. I will just take this delay. It's left here just for demonstration purpose. I'll leave that at 1 second. Then finally you clean up before you exit your application. So that's it for the example draw shape apps. Just before we exit, I would show you other APIs to draw other forms of shapes. You simply just right click, go to declaration for any particular API, and you would see the rest. They are all within the MTB graphics header file, and these are the APIs available for users. These APIs depends on some of these other graphics processing APIs. However, for direct use, you'll be interested in this set of APIs. You can draw particular pixels, a line, which could be a diagonal line. It mustn't be horizontal or vertical. You use this API. Draw a rectangle, fill a rectangle, circle, both drawing circles or rectangles that simply have only borders without being filled, or if you wish to fill them. More graphics APIs will be added, such as APIs for drawing ellipses. That hasn't been implemented yet. This will follow as the project progresses. Thank you once again for listening. We'll move on to the very next example in the next tutorial, which is drawing text on the Pixlpal display. See you in the next one.